Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for episode 52 of our Solo World playthrough with no mods on update 11. There hasn't been a whole heck of a lot gone on since episode 51. I did a little bit of cleanup, a little bit of moving around of stuff and whatnot. We put our pipes over here that we made. Everything is still in order, working. We just didn't have the power to run all of these tables at the same time. Our screws finished. We are currently working with the screw press to make our copper plates, our iron plates, and our pistons. And if we had the power, we'd be making our gears as well for the 3 boilers, the portable steam engine, and then the assembly line. And eventually we'll get that and put that in here. Actually, we'll probably expand this out to here so that we can put the assembly line right here. Might mean we have to move the laboratory. But trying to think of what we want to do. We were making more crushed sandstone to make more sand. We were making more glass to use up limestone and some sand. We have plenty of roads and we have more queued up. There's our crushed coal that we need to move at some point. Let's move those over to there. We're now down to that many in that stockpile. Trying to decide what I need to do. We're going to go grab another shovel is what we're going to do. Because this one that we have is only 70 hits left. So we're going to take that and this, and we're going to go over to the jungle. Because we're going to go get more clay and maybe some more shale. So we can make more bricks. Because not only do we have to finish the house to tier 2, we have to expand that craft room for when we have the assembly line. So we do want to work on this road too when I'm not busy, because we go from a speed in the lower right hand corner of 1.1 on stone roads to 0.9 on desert sand. So you understand why we want to have this be a road through here. We lose a lot of speed going through here. So what we're going to eventually do, though, is when we get over this way, we will turn this into a spot where probably we're doing the pottery and stuff over here, making bricks. Guys, we'll end up, this is at 66, so we'll probably run it straight across to that point right along this tree. So from here, this corner, this edge, probably run it straight across here. So we'll have to take out this palm tree, take out this chiba, and that'll be at 66 where this whole area, once we take out all these trees, will be at an even level. and then we will have a ramp go down to 60 here from outside that is to allow us to put a 5 high room down here. 4 high actually, once you count the ceiling. Much like the upper floor of our craft rooms over there now. So the only thing we wouldn't be able to do is do a glassworks over here, but you know, the limestone's closer over there, so that's why we wouldn't worry about it over there. Dirt, 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 clay, clay, clay. And if this is going to be 66, if we get down to 60, like I said, that's the height of a normal stockpile, and we can have them sit in between levels here and just make it easy to sit here, dig up clay or mine up shale, throw them in stockpiles, and they're already waiting for us for when we need them. Unless we decide to make that stuff over here. Because all we'd have to do is bring in sand. Or bring in sandstone, turn it into sand. Said, while we're waiting, there's nothing else to do other than try to get more materials for things that are stopped. So right now, this thing that's stopped is making bricks, because we'll eventually need the Geo Modern, which uses 30 bricks or 30 glass. The cheaper one is probably going to be the 30 bricks by using Shale Wet Brick recipe. So yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm digging and trying to think at the same time, which is not exactly... I'm splitting my focus. Normally I'm not trying to talk and describe shit, so when I'm doing stuff, take out our other shovel that we brought. We broke the first one. So we can go back to the pick and hit the shale here. Oops, wrong side, that side. Okay, that's 80, and it's... Alright, it's full. Time to go back. Cart's full, our hands are full. So it's the best time to take everything back and do what we need with it. You can kind of see the little speed boost we got by getting on the road. Asphalt roads are even faster. And it gets even better when we get the car, one of the steam truck, or the steam tractor or the steam truck. Oh yeah, we had the couch and the chairs queued up, so we need to go and find those. We could throw these in here and these in here, I think. Take this 8. Yeah. We'll find some place to put it. Okay, so here. Actually, can we reach the clay from here? Yes, we can. So we'll grab all this clay, throw it in here. Sand down there that we could move this stuff to. Clears out most of the sand out of the clay stockpile. This stuff down here. We'll go ahead and grab 40 of these. We're probably running low over here, so drop the 40 there. Grab the other 40. And drop them in here as well. Decisions, what to do. Do that. Limestone stockpile is full. Trying to decide what I want to do. Yeah, I got that. We do have the stuff to make a paint book. No, we don't. We need plant fibers. We need plant fibers for that. So we need 475 and so we need 575. So I guess we're gonna go take our sickle as soon as we eat a little bit of food. And go get some plant fiber. So the best place I like to go for plant fiber is into the cold forest. Because this Soleil stuff with max gathering gets us 6 plant fiber per, which means it's a 3 by itself, and the benefit is there are no seeds for this. So you're not picking up any seeds that you have to store or toss it on the ground as trash and let it rot. So since we need 525, I think we said 575, whatever. We'll just go for 600. Won't bother with those. Here, stay away from the vegetables. We don't really want to be picking them up right now. See, we could do grass as well, but grass, in my opinion, is not as great as this. And then we got over 600. So we'll just continue picking it up. At least through this section. Yay, more trillium. Alright, so all of anything that is currently up is not grown enough. So it's probably respawned since we cut down some trees nearby and cut them. So they look like they're full grown, but they're not. So now we got all that plant fiber. Come down here. This was for the Taylor bench. Or part of it was. So in here we will take 200 and throw it there. We'll take 200 and throw it there. That was for this recipe, which means we are still going to be about 80 short, so we need to find a way to have it reach. Actually, we'll just go ahead and throw this in here, and throw this in here. So this will pull it for the pages that we need. And we need 150 raw food. So what kind of raw food do we want to use? We can't use those, but we don't want to use beets. I guess we could use some ferns. We got a ton of ferns. And there's plenty of ferns left to use. So if we do this, move those to the small wooden cart, which is right outside that window. If we then come over here to this pot, we can move these to here. So we take care of that. Those will all produce, and once they are done, we can do the painting skill book. So now it's waiting on just these. So the only thing left up here is basic geos. So now we're producing the other 4. We'll get the painting book. That'll allow us to do the inks that we will need on the laboratory for any page. We need 4 inks per page, doesn't matter which it is. You know, ink, ink, ink. So we'll need the ink for all of those, and then we will also need the ink. I thought we needed it for these, but maybe not. Guess not. But we need it for all the research pages. Boiled sausage and bread for modern cooking. A bunch of steel. Eventually we'll have to set up a spot in order to do blast furnaces, and we'll figure that out when we dig more in the desert. Desert is the best place to throw the blast furnace because there's nothing really out there to kill. So alright, so this is still not making because we don't have the power. This is done with the copper, and we're starting in on the 10 iron plates that were for the portable, and then we're producing the plates that are needed for this after the pistons are made for the portable. So next task that we want to do, you know what? Let's throw that one up there. It's not dead, but it's dead currently. Needs to be repaired. I think we're gonna go over here and take care of this cart of roads that we have by digging up this dirt here and making this 5 wide. Dang it. No space. Alright, let's see about going and laying some of this dirt down. Like I said, that's the stupidest thing. Dirt is not considered a build item, so, or should not be. Really? Getting close. How is dirt weigh more than a stone road? Makes no sense. Alright, time to go lay some more dirt. Let's move this cart back. So we get there. Now we just need to dig out the rest of that tunnel so we can lay that. And this is going to go... Well, we got a little bit of room. Let's take it down the road. On the road again. Can't wait till I get on the road again. If I only had calories, I could take the wagon down the road again. I know, I have a horrible singing voice. I don't know why I try. Worry about that sandstone later. And make it at least 2 wide roads through there until we decide to dig out the rest of it. But we're taking this down and starting to go further up towards the jungle with this. And then we'll figure out, once we get that direction, we'll figure out where what we're doing. Oh, seriously? No space. Take 20. Do floor option. Or massive floor option. There we go. Now I can move down the road. More. That'll disappear just like it did. Further down the road. Get down to the jungle at some point. We might, before we hit that grasslands there, we might start the downward slope when we get to the grasslands. We gotta go 4 tiles down, or 4 land claims will get us 6 levels down. So we need to figure out exactly where we're gonna have it. That's 7 more tiles. 1, 2, 3, 6. Alright, since we got our land claim tool on us, let's go see about figuring out where we're going to dig down. So once we get to about here, we may figure it out. So this would be the last one, so 2, 3, 4. So right here is how far we'd have to go with the road flat before we started dropping down. So once we get the first land claim into first full one, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we need about another little more than 300 roads to get to the point that we need. So it's like 2 more trips up there with full carts of roads before we start digging down and putting a ramp in to get down to 60. Painting skill book project has finished. We'll have to figure out where we're going to take this dirt. Probably take it over into the grasslands and start leveling out over there. But since we have no idea where we're going to take it, we're just going to drop it right here. Alright. Learn that, and then let's find the shelf that has one book on it. There we go. We do this, and then we put these claims here. We put this claim stake here. And we go find the single star. Right there it is. We can learn this, and we now learn painting. So now we can make the basic paint, the paint, oil paint, or the art supplies. And I don't know what else other than, you know, making, there's the ink, so we have to get up to 4. Charcoal powder, so that must mean we have to make charcoal and then grind the charcoal somehow. In the mill. One charcoal gets us 5 charcoal powder. Okay. I never looked at this when I was on a multiplayer server the last time, so there isn't much there. But this is what we ultimately want, is the inks at level 4. So in order to get to level 4, we need I don't know how much XP. Well, what do we have? I need 1250. And I'm not really worried about paint. It is it's milling. What do we need for that? We need we'll figure that one out. That's something I gotta go figure out. Because I've never really done it. So, what do we want to do? We could go and make more lumber. And we could do 90 crafts. We just wouldn't have the nails or the wood boards. But we could still queue this up. The nails we need 130. Let's go eat some food so we can queue those up on the anvil. Nails, we need 130. Probably could get by with 128, but yeah, we could do 128. So that's really all we need in order to finish that task. So the amount of boards that we need is 500, 540, basically 538. So we'd need 538 boards. Boards, not 538 smithing tables. No, thank you. Yeah. 538. It's half a board per piece, so let's go ahead and do that. Start making boards. We got plenty of wood. We got more wood laying down on the ground outside that was chopped down a couple episodes ago, as you remember. If not, go back and look. So while I'm making those, that makes the lumber that we have queued up. Trying to decide what's next. There's our anvil, level 3. So blacksmithing is now at level 3. Speaking of that, let's look at blacksmithing. Level 3 means we can take the focused workflow and double our speed. Smelting, we can do the same. Speed up our production, basically. Glassworks, we're at 3, so we'll do the focused. Pottery, we're over 3, so again, what this is doubles the speed of the related tables when alone. So as long as it's the only one in the room, it'll work twice as fast. Or if you decide to do more than one table, you only get 20% to each table. Not 20% for each table that's in the room, just 20% per table. So in this, instead of doing it at the base rate, you're only getting 20% faster. So since I only have the one tables, we're doing the advanced. So now everything on the pottery table is now 50% the craft time that it was before. Same with the glassworks. Did we hit, oh, that's the room tier 1, and I'm not worried about it. Hunting, we chose air recovery and power shot. Butchery, we have the ability to do the room tier as well, but I'm not worried about it. It either drops it by 0.2 or raises it by 0.2, depending on which way you go. So you either go frugal workspace, which lowers the tier requirement of tables by 0.2. So instead of needing like 1.8, it would now need 1.6. Or you're able to go lavish, which means it goes up by 0.2. So instead of 1.8, it now requires a perfect 2.0 room. But reduces the resources by 5%. And I don't bother with that. I don't bother with the extra 2% or reduction of 5%. You're already, once you get to level 7, you're already at 50%. And if you start going, the only way that really works is if you're between 6 and 7 and you don't have the specialty module yet. Because you have 45 in the tier 4 plus this 5% would get you your 50%. But once you turn 7 and you turn it into a specific, now you're at 55% resources saved. Now you're back to doing who knows what the multiplier is in order to not waste materials. So I don't bother with that one. Mechanics, we are at 3, so we'll go here so everything speeds up. Basic engineering, we did that. Baking, we are at 3, so let's do the focused on it as well. Same with cooking, we'll focus on that one so everything's faster. We did faster there. And go to carp logging, we've done both of those. Carpentry, we're over 3, so let's do focused. Paper milling, we're over 3, we'll do focused. Shipwright, we're over 3, we already have that. Tailoring, we already did our 3, and the only other thing would be the workspace, and we're not going to worry about it. So every talent that we could do, we've taken. So we're caught up there. It's just a matter of deciding what our next job is going to be. I have a feeling, well, I'm still waiting. How much longer do we have on this? This is not done. It's got 7 minutes once it has the power to run. This has 47, so we're looking at almost an hour just in materials. And this is, it's making it for here. So that's going to go. And then once that one gets made, it's going to toss it in there and that'll get made. So kind of working on the storage tanks or the boiler projects right now. Because once we're making the iron plates, it's going to finish off the 15 there plus the 30. Where are those going? Oh, we just started. Yeah, they should be going here and then straight back into here. Yep, see, it's got 1 out of 15 now. So now we're working on the 45 that we need for the 3 boilers. Once those are done, I mean, I guess we could stop that momentarily and do our 19 gears. Maybe we will. So we'll turn off this table. That kicks on. It should kick that on, yep. So we'll make our gears first, so that it is set for, it's got all the gears in here, and it's got the gears in here. So the only thing that's left is making the plates to make the boilers, and then once the boilers get made, they go into here. This, run this, make the next boiler, run this, make the next boiler, run this, and then they'll make the assembly line. So once that 6 minutes gets done here, we'll kick that one back on. And that'll be probably towards the end of the episode. And like I said, I'm going to probably go offline and unrecord for a little bit and open up this hallway to 5 wide, digging up as well. So So I'm going to dig all this limestone and sandstone and lay road here all the way out to this point, so that once we have our steam truck or steam tractor, we can drive it out there and get to the jungle. So I think that's going to be what I do offline. Also, eventually we will come over here and take this 3 wide, 5 wide, 3 high down that, so we have it to where we get down to the copper. We're going to start digging these tunnels out that we have so that they're available for the steam truck to go down. Or getting the steam tractor out. So we have that one first. Second will be this one, so we can get out this way. Getting to the copper is not such a big deal. We will get to that one eventually. The other one that I'm going to bother digging out and making wider would be the rest of this down here to at least the corner. And then digging out what I need to make it 3 high so that we can get to here, because we have to come down this direction so that we can get to some iron there. And this also means we're going to clear out some more of this coal, and we'll lay the road here out to this point, and we'll clear out more coal here and start digging down here, because once we make more iron, we're going to need more space for tailings. So we're going to have to come down here and dig out another 5x5 area. So I will be doing a lot of digging offline, a lot of crushing of sandstone, a lot of crushing of coal to make crushed coal for power. Could always take some of this wood into the kiln and make charcoal, because we're going to need it for the ink. But those are the things that I'm looking at doing next until the assembly excuse me, until the assembly line is up, other than finishing expansion of this room out this other land, these 2 more land claims. So we'll do this and go there and there. So we'll end up making that a little bit wider. So we need to dig that out and then lay more brick. So why don't we go ahead and dig this up now. Had to go here. Here's our granite. This granite that we're digging up would be turned into roads. The basalt that's up there that we'll dig out, we'll have to go to stockpile in order to make more basic geos. We have an empty cart there. We'll bring that down because this is going in the stockpile. Yep, empty cart. Pick that up. Fill the cart, and then we'll take the cart down and drop it all off at one time instead of running back and forth to drop it off. And we don't want to just stick it in the stockpile that's right next to us and have to move it around too many times. That was 2, so there's probably 2 up top on the surface. So let's grab our bricks. Floor. Let's go grab some glass in order to fill that up. Glass. Just like that. We got no more glass, so come over here, find our lumber. Do walls. Do that one. Too hungry. Let's eat some food. We need to take this out. We're gonna turn this room off for a moment. Okay, so we need to go ahead and get rid of these and this. That'll become wood, or lumber, I should say. Alright, so let's go get bricks down below. So grab these 12. I know it's not going to be enough, but we'll figure out how many more we need. So we need 4, 8, 12 lumber. So we need 12 lumber. We'll just put that. I think we moved it to that pile. Do that one. Do that one. Actually, we'll pick these up and we'll put this door right here. And then we'll pick that up and we'll put it here in the corner. That way the assembly machine can be, or assembly line can be right here in this corner. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need 28. We need 28 bricks. Scroll all the way down. We need 28 bricks. And we'll go back to here. That, and yep, that's what I was afraid of. So we were doing floor style. So now that room is now much bigger. Ready for ready for the assembly machine once it's ready. So this has finished. This needs to be turned back on so that we can make the iron plates for our boilers and our, nope, that's all that's needed there. So this is needed for this, these are needed for that, so all we're waiting on is the iron plates out of the screw press to make the boiler project, the 3 boilers, and then the portable steam engine that goes into the assembly line. So it will be done if I go do all this mining. There's no, I mean, because we're talking 9 minutes. But I guess I could do something for 9 minutes, let this go finish. Well, I'm talking 9 minutes there, but talking 45 over here. So this is going to just take some time. So I guess I'm going to... You know what? We're going to turn this off. We're going to stop it. I am going to let that run while I do my mining offline. And when I come back in the next episode, I will turn this on, turn the machinist table line, so that we produce the 3 boilers, the portable steam engine, and the assembly line at the start of the next episode. So, and then we'll place it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the assembly line is a... Come on. 4 what? Or 7 by 6. Ooh. 7 by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to come all the way over here, and it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to be out to this corner right here. We'll have just tiny little walk space right here to go in between that and the assembly. So we may end up... Let's move this over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So that gives us a little bit more walking room. It's going to be right next to this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, that'll give us a little bit of walking room around. So at worst, we'd put maybe a couple chests right here in the center. There's a couple chests here. So these things that can go into a chest can go into here instead of into the stockpile. So if that's what we're going to do, let's go, let's grab 20 wood. Come upstairs to here. We'll make a couple more storage chests. And from here, we will stick this into here. So we'll get those. We need boards and lumber. So we need 12 lumber for that. No, 11 lumber. And 22. It looks like we're wasting a little bit of fabric for this, but not a big deal. So we need 17 boards and 11 lumber. From here, storage under early craft, throw those in there, and we need to make 11 more boards. It is going, okay. We'll just make an extra 20 boards. So we need 11 boards. Temporary shut off. Till we get 20 boards. I want the furniture, sorry. $11.22 plus 11. Alright, so we'll need another. Go ahead and queue up another 20. And for this, we need 11 hewn. So we'll do this here, and then the storage gets the other 5. We just need the wood boards for that and for that. And we'll have 2 couches and 2 chairs made. There's 11. Now we just need 22 more. So let's get our boards and make those. We're just, like I said, we're wasting our time to have the plates done. This sand could go down here. We have. Could always make more copper, but I really don't want to. And what means we need 11 more. We throw those in. That means this one's got its boards. This one has. What we need 16. 17. Must have miscalculated. We're producing them, it doesn't matter. I mean, we queued it up to make them. So we'll take these 10, run them over there, so as soon as that second couch is done, we can make the first chair. And that means that we need 7 more. So 3 more boards, and then we can kick the sawmill back on. See, the screws are over here, and I want them to be over in the other room. So now that that is done, those will be done. We can come back over here, turn the sawmill back on. Let's go find our storage chests that we just created. Bring them into this room. mechanics. One. Mechanics 2. Pipes can't go in there. Plates can go in there. We're gonna have to find the screws. Those go in there. So we don't want to pull from there anymore. Don't need to pull from there. They don't need to pull from here. Keep that one. So mechanics 2. And this page here. Everything else can be minimized. That one's set up. This one is going to go not here. Mechanics 1, Mechanics 2, that one's set up. Shaper, storage, we don't need that. Mechanics 2 will go up there, Mechanics 1 will go up there. This chest will go here. Close that, close that, close that, close that, close that, and close that. And that. And then, oh. There we go. And over here, storage, Mechanics 1. Close that one out. Don't need it. This one comes up here. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Mechanics 2 comes up here. And don't need that. Or that. Or that. And we'll go ahead and cue that like that. So. All of those are set. This can go from storage. It does not need that. It does not need that. We got Mechanics 2 up to the top. Mechanics 1 above it. We'll leave that one there, but it probably does not need it. Because we'll just throw our fiber into like 2 and the paper can go into 1. Or whatever else is available. So all these are set up. We'll figure out, can you reach Mechanics 1? Yes, you can. You can reach Mechanics 2. So we'll move that up. We do not need that. Do not need that. Throw that one there. Close that one. Close that one. If anything, that one will come up. Because we could throw lumber for the dendrology moderns into this stockpile. We can throw any of the other stuff into that stockpile. Or either of these two, in order to be reached for the researches. So I really should go ahead and now call this one, but we're getting closer to having the assembly line. We'll have it in the next episode, I promise. And that means we can start on working on either the steam tractor or the steam truck. I probably will do the truck because it'll be more beneficial than the tractor, but we're going to end up making them both. So I will see everyone in episode 53 when we get the assembly line up and work on other things. In the meantime, between now and then, I will dig out this the tunnel to go, or the ramp to go up out towards the oak tree. I will dig out this one 3 high, 5 wide to get out to the desert. And then I will also be digging down here by this one to that ramp, and that way, and we'll decide on whether we're going to go all the way out to the shipyard. Probably will, but it's going to probably be that's going to be 2, 3, 4 hours. So we'll see how long I take in order to get there, as we are currently now on this world. Day 5, almost at 21 and a half hours into day 5, so that is 9600 and 100 and something hours. So I'll let you know in the next episode. Until then, enjoy your morning, your afternoon, your evening, whatever it happens to be for you. Until then.